time to talk about Wolves. It is time to talk about Wolf. That's the I do not have anything written down or whatsoever about Wolf. But boy, oh boy, what is Wolf doing? Have they figured out their form last minute of time? Like towards the end of the season, I don't know how many games left by now. Possibly 9, 10, 8, somewhere around there. That amount of game that's what's left. And Wolf have found their form. Because since they lost to Chelsea, I think they've only lost one, if I'm not mistaken. Now, let's check that out. Let's make sure. Yeah, they lost to Chelsea, right? Early in February. And then the next time they lost was against Crystal Palace 1-0. But since then, they haven't lost. They just been on a draw or a win, or a draw or a win. But what have they been doing? What are they cooking out there? Now, I'm impressed so far with what they're doing. Yeah, especially the draw against Arsenal. If you did not watch that game, yesterday, I'm happy. Even if you didn't watch the game and you don't like Arsenal, you were buzzing. To be honest, if you're Arsenal fan, maybe you're not happy about that. You're definitely not happy. And then they went to Villa, right? They also play Villa. Now, they didn't go to Villa Park, but they also play Villa and then won again. 2-0 against Villa. Against Villa, sitting third in the Premier League. They were in one of the most consistent team in the Premier League so far, right? Because they started on the shaky from Villa and then pick up form later, and then is it right? But they went to Wolverhampton, yeah, and they fumble. Wolf smacked them too, and then today again, Wolf also held Liverpool at the Molineux and held them 2-1. 2-1. It's time to talk about Wolf. Listen, I'm glad, yeah, Chelsea is done with them because it's done. We played the 2 games already and it's done. We don't have to see Wolf in the nearest future anytime soon. Now, we get to play Villa Park already tomorrow, right? I did a video about that. You can go check my review. Not review, but preview. But listen, with this form they have pick up, yeah, they could ruin a lot of people. Chance of making top 4, chance of making European football. They could ruin that for the Everton. I don't know if they still have Everton to play, but let's see who they have next to play. Right? They play Liverpool already. Now they got Brentford. They got the Brentford match is postponed. So Brentford, West Ham, Leeds, and then they have Spurs, they have Wolves, and then they have Brighton, right? We'll see what happens with those games. But all of those games seems like a game that they can be able to compete to win. But the form they have picked up lately, right, in their entire squad, I'm impressed with few people within that Wolves squad. I'll be honest with you. Like, if you look at their, what's his name? Like everybody know, there are a couple people you know about within the Wolves squad. But if you look at their number 8, yeah, what's his name? Ja Gomez. I'm impressed with him. I am impressed with him. Against Chelsea, he held it on. I watched that brother play. Not just against Chelsea, you also watch a little bit of the Arsenal game. He almost like their guy, the main man up there. Whenever they have to, they're trying to transition. He's the guy they go through. They're trying to get towards goal. He's the guy they go through. It's like he impressed me so much. And then another person I will mention is their fullback. What's his name? Bueno or something. Bueno, one of these boys something, bro. Like he is good. Hugo Bueno. That's him. I know I got it right. When they played Chelsea, he held, what's his name? Pedro Neto. And Pedro Neto couldn't move. I'm impressed with him. Let's say I won't be against if Chelsea's looking for a fullback, yeah, and go for him, but I don't think we need it right now. He ain't been impressing me so far. So there's 2 people where obviously you have Mascara that I think is also good, and then you have what's it called? Their forward, what's his name? Tolu. I think he's like Nigerian descent. I don't know if he played for Nigeria or not, but Tolu, he also been impressive as well, especially when he comes in when he came in against Chelsea. I know he don't really be starting lately, but whenever he comes in, he do something good. So listen, whatever they're doing, whatever their manager is cooking, whatever Rob Edwards is cooking, yeah, keep cooking it, yeah, keep ruining people's season, because we know we get West Ham West Ham might be relegated with them as well. They got Spurs that's also close to relegation, and they also have Sunderland to play. Sunderland from the beginning of the season were in good form. They drop off. Now I don't think they will be relegated because if you look at the relegation zone, I think they might be a little bit far away from it, right? Yeah, they might be a little bit far away from it. They're sitting 11, so at least they're comfortable to understand. They're not necessarily worried about being relegated. They're sitting on 40 points right now, so I think they're okay. In terms of relegation, they're fine. But Wolf, even though they're sitting 20, they will probably be relegated, right? Please continue to play like this and ruin it for a lot of people, right? Speaking about ruining it, yeah, Barcelona. What a game today, right? Like I was saying when I was watching the game, they needed 2 goals in the first half, and they got the 2 goals in the first half. Now the penalty is shaky, a little dodgy, right? You can argue that the penalty is a little shaky and a little bit dodgy as well. Like he didn't really touch him, but he stretched his leg out. I think that kind of interfered with his movement. But again, it's one of those things you can argue about it. You can argue about it, but they got up and got the 2 goals they needed to get within the first half. So congratulations. And then they did what they're supposed to do rather. And then the second half came. They also got another goal. And then that was it. Atletico decided to build the wall. And then they lock it up. And then they just shut everything down. But Atletico Madrid themselves, I don't think they went into that game to play Barcelona like the way they played Barcelona in the first half, in the first leg at home, right? Like, they went in that game pretty much to defend the win, right? And credit to Barcelona for coming back from that far and scoring 3 goals at home as well. Credit to them. It was a good game. It was a good game from a Barcelona standpoint, from an Atletico Madrid standpoint. Not so much. It was from a Atletico Madrid standpoint. If you're an Atletico Madrid fan, you just hoping that you get across and get to the final. Pretty much that's it. You're not even hoping for a fantastic football. You're not hoping for your team to maintain possession, to do any one of that stuff. No, you're not looking forward to that. All you want, make sure you get over the line. That if Barcelona are gonna score 3 goals like they did, make sure you get over the line. If they score 4 goals, make sure you score 1 more goal and get over the line. That's all they were looking for, and they did exactly that. They got over the line. Luke may get to start. I think he also looked good. He was cooking on the left-hand side for a little bit, right? But Barcelona players kind of had him under control as well a little bit, to understand. He looked good, right? Alvarez also looked okay. From the start of football they play, Atletico Madrid play, you don't really expect him to kind of look like, I don't know, like Alvarez, I'll say. But, when they find him, he held his own against them as well. But credit to Barcelona, they did what they needed to do, right? At least not necessarily end the game in shame, like the way it ended in the first leg. They managed to score 3 goals. Atletico Madrid also secured, themselves a final. I think with the way things is going right now, this particular final might be the only trophy they get to win this season. Because if you look at the Champions League, where they might play Barcelona again, depending how things goes with Spurs. They might get to play Barcelona again. And if they get to go past Barcelona, they get to face Arsenal as well. Now, I'm not saying they cannot go past Barcelona and Arsenal. Obviously, they just do that today. But it's looking more difficult on the other front. And La Liga, they're also sitting, I think, 4th or so, if I'm not mistaken. So things are not looking good for them on other areas or other leagues. In the Champions League, it's not looking good. It's not looking likely for them. In La Liga, it's not looking good and it's not looking likely for them. But with the Copa del Rey, they are in the final. So if they have any hope of securing a trophy this season, the Copa del Rey should be it. And I think it should be definitely their trophy to collect. Now, if they fail to do that, then sorry to them. But it was a good game. Like I said, they do what they needed to do. Now they're across. Barcelona is not in the final. For all of us that are not Barcelona fans, we buzzing, we happy, and we very much glad. Atletico Madrid do what they're supposed to do, and congratulations to them. But Wolf, yeah? How about that? Yeah. Continue with the good job, Wolf. Much appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe. See you in the next video. Adios, mi amigo.